On this video, we would be explaining on how to create a Wikivoyage article. If you want to create a Wikivoyage article about a town you are presently in or a town you are visiting and you don't know how to start, this video is a proper guide. Just join me and listen and watch. Thank you. Starting to create a Wikivoyage article, I come to the Wikivoyage main page and I come to the search button. Today I'll be creating the article about Suleja, a city in north central Nigeria, close to Abuja. So I'll just type in the search box Suleja. You can see it is in red, and I'll click on it's indicating that this page does not exist. So I click on create the page, and from here we can start creating. If you read through this highlighted content, you see that for the respective type of article you want to create, the headings needed are attached here. So for this, it is a city and a town. So I'll just click on city and town, and it brings in all the headings, all the needed headings. While you do this, you might notice that your content does not have a syntax. You can put on the syntax by clicking on syntax highlighting, and that is that. You can also switch editor from visual to source editing, but I'm comfortable with source editing. So the page banner is indicated there. The page name is Suleja and it will automatically move in. So I'll step forward by starting the article. Suleja is in north central Nigeria. It is a town. It's in north central Nigeria. We can just use that for now. And in the understand section or understand heading, you can start creating the content that Suleja is in Niger State, Nigeria. It is in the north of Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. Territory of Nigeria. So from there we'll move on to the next part of the article. After indicating that, writing that, we can just move to add a little another heading in the understand part and indicate it's the history of Suleja. I just pasted something that had been previously written. It was established in the early 19th century by Muhammad Makau, the last Hausa emir of Zaria, and his followers who were fleeing the Fulani jihadists engaged in the conquest of northern Nigeria, Zaria. Zazau was one of the Hausa city or state of northern Nigeria which were being conquered by Fulani jihadists under the charismatic Sheikh Usman bin Fodio. So that is just the understand part of Suleja. In this heading text, we can replace it with history. We show preview, then let us see I'll show preview to see how it will come out. You can see that there is no page banner. No page banner has been created yet. This is how it is. Suleja is in Niger State. We have not wiki linked anything yet. And then the history Then from there, we can see that it is not connected to any hierarchy yet. So to connect it to an hierarchy, we can come back to this pattern and click on this is part of, just indicates northern, north central Nigeria, north central Nigeria. Or if there's an article on Niger State, we can just make it part of Niger State. You can see that it is properly written. So from there, I would just publish the page and fill in section by section. Before I publish the page, I would add that I added content, or I created content. I created content, which is the new page. Then I would publish. From there, we can see that Suleja is in the North Central Nigeria hierarchy. So moving on, I would fill in the getting, how you can get into Suleja by clicking on, I can click the edit source icon here, or I click on the main edit source icon at the top of the page. But I choose to do at the top of the page. The first way of getting in to Suleja is through the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, or the airport at Minna. So at Minna, Niger State, that's like a major point of entry into the town. So we can start by just indicating Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport as one. Then we can just find out the name of the airports. The name of the airports in Minna, Niger State. Airports in Minna, Niger State. So, okay, it's actually called Minna Airport. So we can indicate Minna. We can indicate Minna Airport as another point of entry. And these things that we have listed here, we can add it as a listing by finding the longitude and latitude and etc. But let's just do this for now and just show preview of what is to be done. You can see it shows the Nnamdi Azikiwe International. The international is not being properly spelled. International Airport, and from there we can see the Minna Airport. We can also indicate, we can hire the public transport from Abuja or Minna at the cost of 3,000 to 5,000 naira. If you have the naira sign, you can indicate it as well. So majority of content on Wikivoyage are written from the traveler's point of view. At this getting section, you can get into Minna, for instance, by road and by flights. I've previously written this content. There are numerous available transportation options for travelers and intending visitors who intend to travel across the city, or it could be town, and other secluded parts of the northern city. Visitors have the option of traveling to Suleja by flight or by road. By plane, you can come in through the Minna Airport, and I've listed all the components needed in the Minna airport. I've listed it here. There will be a special training on how to do that, and you can indicate also by adding another listing how to get to Suleja by road. You can just come here and add in another heading, rather another section by road. You just indicate by road, and from there you indicate the multiple entry points into the city. You can come in from Abuja, you can come in from Abuja, you can come in from Niger, you can come in from Minna. From there you can see I have imputed this pre-written content about how to get to Suleja by road, and you can come in from the standard garage parks at Minna, and you can also come in from Abuja to Suleja. They share the same border, so most times you take taxis because of the proximity of the two cities. From there we will just move and indicate added content, then publish changes. Then we can see that the Minna airport is indicated here. So one thing we can notice from this article is that there is no map indicating the Minna airport. There is a video where I had previously explained how to add the map frame, the Wikivoyage article, but I will go over it again. I'll just come here in the getting section. I'll just indicate with two curly braces, map frame, two curly brackets rather, map frame. Then you can show preview to check if it is properly done. Then we can see that the map of Suleja is already there, and it is indicating of the Minna airport. But the Minna airport is in Minna. So there is no airport, but you can get to Suleja from Minna. So we can move forward and just indicate added content, then publish. At this part of the video, we'll be moving on to adding a listing. Now we'll be adding a listing at the buy section. The reason why we are decided to add content as regards the see and do heading later. So we intend on adding the content about the palace of the Emir of Suleja, and in the do side we are still contemplating on whether we should add the content about Zuma Rock, because Zuma Rock is very, very close to Suleja. But moving on, we'll be talking about how to add a listing to the buy section, and we'll just click on add listing, and it brings out this template. Then we type in Suleja Central Market, Suleja Central Market. There's no website for it because it is a popular Nigerian market. The address is Suleja. So let's come to Google Map to effectively get it. The address is at Suleja Bakinku Road. So we can come here to indicate that it is close to Suleja Bakinku Road. Then the directions, we don't have anything listed here. So we would move forward to adding the longitude and latitude. And we'll just click here. Right click it, then copy the content, then paste. the latitude come first, then we would paste the longitude as well, and we indicate the hours they are open at the markets, which is in normal Nigerian markets at 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. The prices, you can start purchasing things from 500 naira and above. You can check on Wikidata if there's an article on the central market. If there's an article on the central market in Suleja, and if there's none, we can leave it blank. Central market. I doubt there is none, so we'll just leave it blank. So in a scenario, there's a Wikidata content on it, you can indicate it. If there's a Wikipedia article, you can indicate it. If there's an image, you can indicate it. In the description of the place, you just add a popular market in the town where you can get various food items and household stuff, or I think stuff is not formal, and we can use our household equipment. And from there you just indicate submit. Just click on submit. Then you can see that on the map it is showing us the location where it is, and that is how you add a listing for the buy section. Or we will do the same thing for the eat section by just coming here to search, or coming to Google to just search for restaurants. You can just do restaurants near Suleja, restaurants in Suleja. So from here we can see tasty food restaurants, and it has a drive-in from Google. So I'm trying to find the Chicken Republic. I'm sure that there's always a Chicken Republic in major cities like this. So let's just use the tasty food restaurant. So we'll just come to the main article for it and add tasty food restaurant. If there's a website, you can add it. If there's an address, you can just find the address from. It is close to the Suleja Secretariat, and it is on the Bida Abuja Road. So you can just say it is close to Sunny Tech Agrochemicals on the Bida Abuja Road. So moving on, you can just come and say close to Sunny Tech along Bida Abuja Road. Then the directions, if you have information available, you will input them there. Then we can go ahead to add the longitude and latitude. Just right clicking, then copying it, then coming to paste it. And we do the same thing here. You You paste the longitude here as well. Then in the content, the description of place, a restaurant where you can like, African dishes, contemporary Nigerian meals. Nigerian is not properly spelled, so you just correct the spelling and you click on submit as well. So that is how you create the listing for buy and eat. And you can add somebody else. The way Wikivoyage works is that another user can come to add all the other information that is missing. You can add the places to see. You can add the place. You can talk about the tourist centers in Suleja. An example is the Emir's Palace, and you can indicate about the hotels where you can sleep, where you can get drinks, and how to connect, and where you want the traveler to go next. So I hope we understand what has been properly said and what has been explained. Thank you. From what you've seen so far, it's just I'm just trying to show an overview of how an article can be created. Articles on Wikivoyage can be improved over and over to get, you can choose to add more quality content to promote or to make the traveler have the best travel experience. So I would just try and wiki link some parts of the article by adding these square brackets. Adding these square brackets. So this article can be improved and more content can be added to it. So I do appreciate you watching this video. Thank you for your time. In this section of the video, I'll be teaching us on how to add page banner to an article. So to do that, you click on the edit source, then this page banner tag here, you have to replace it with the image from Wikimedia Commons. So you go to commons.wikimedia.org to find a file that represents the city or the article you are creating. We can see this article is about Zuma Rock, and Zuma Rock is very, very close to Suleja, and Zuma Rock is the most iconic feature close to Suleja that we can currently use. So if you have an image or if there's a better picture that depicts Suleja that you come in contact with, or you can snap personally, or it is uploaded to Commons, you can put it as page banner instead. To just add the page banner, you have to replace this page banner default by the Zuma Rock .jpg. Just indicate it here. Zuma Rock. You have to remove the file. It's just meant to be Zuma Rock. Then you can show preview, and you can see that it is showing the rock as the page banner. Then you can just add content. You can just indicate added content or added page banner. Added page banner. So that is how you add a page banner on Wikivoyage. And you can add pictures as well. You can add pictures as well, and and move forward from there. So I also like to reiterate here again that contributing to Wikivoyage is a community effort. But the items that are missing here, if you are familiar with Suleja very well, you can indicate them. Thank you for your time.